Good morning. Good morning. We invite you to listen to Church Without Walls here on the New Orleans Talk Network.com. You can join us live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. We also invite you to, if you are driving, you can listen to us by connecting connecting to the app on your Bluetooth to the app, and you can get us through your car speaker. So join us today, and we like to go wherever you are. We invite you to join in the comment section live this morning. 504-341-8255. 504-341-8255. We on the app www. New Orleans Talk Network. We're also Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. So join in. Every Monday we come to you live wherever you are. And we come to you on Monday to share with you what we have learned inside the four walls of our community, the church, wherever we may go. We always tell people that it should be what you learn on Sunday at church. It should be exciting to you to want to share it with someone else. What you actually learn on Sunday. It should be so good that you don't want to keep it to yourself. I also want to say hello to our listening audience. We always like to say hello to Reverend D. Dunn, who I understand was preaching yesterday at 2 o'clock, and that was certainly at the time that the saint was getting the hell beat out of them yesterday. So you should have been at church, and you would have got at least you would have been at church yesterday. You wouldn't have. Yeah, you didn't get a good game, so at least you would have got a good sermon yesterday. So God bless Reverend Dunn and her family, also Wyona Watson, and to all our listeners, BJ, who we haven't heard from in quite a while. So we love all the radio listening, and to those that may be viewing us, we always say that we love you. And my name is Charles Stewart, your host, also Reverend Anthony Williams, co-host. And in the studio today, we have a very special guest. She is no other one that I know that loves the community so much. The president of the NAACP West Bank chapter, Madam Gaylor Spiller. We so happy to have her in the studio with us this morning, and we're going to be talking about our community and exactly what the NAACP, what they're doing and what they're going to do, and also we may talk about what some of the things that they may be done on a national level. Anyway, if you don't know who the NAACP is, if you don't know who they are, I do know that they stand for the advancement of the colored folk for us. And they say they've been there a long time. So we invite you to get in on the conversation this morning. And remember, this is your show. Every Monday morning we come here. We only here with Church Without Walls. And what we mean about Church Without Walls, we is open for anything that you want to talk about. If you want to talk about the community, you want to talk about the church, you want to talk about your pastor, you want to talk about the political leader, president, anything that you want to talk about, certainly we open to talk to you about whatever on your mind. And that's our reason for being here every Monday morning. So God bless everybody, and we always continue to say we love you, love you, love you. Dr. Spiller this morning, and we're gonna let her come at this time and let her tell you. I want her to tell us a little bit about herself. Then, after she tells us a little bit about herself, we want her to explain to us about the NAACP, why they exist and why they are here.
Thank you, Mr. Stewart. It's certainly a pleasure to be back on with you. You are truly a strong, wise, godly man, and I respect you to the highest. And I thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to be a guest on your show to help people to understand who we are and why we are here. Once again, my name is Gaylor A. Spiller. Spiller is not a common name. However, I am 63 plus, and I have a passion, always had a passion for people. That's what prompted me to take on this big, wonderful task of leadership as being the president for the NAACP for Jefferson Parish. I am a military woman. I spent almost 20 years there. I also worked with the government for almost 20 years, both the VA Regional Office and the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. I've also been a president in the union for quite some time and led 7 offices in 4 different states. I am truly a woman of God. I love people. I love to be amongst the poor or the voiceless. I don't mind being around others, but that's my main focus because given the way the world is today in the 21st century, it's the poor people who is not properly represented and voices are heard. So with that being said, I've been in existence. I reactivated this unit July 19, 2016. Who we are a diverse group of civil rights activists and advocates. We want a social and racially just nation. We don't just want to fight racism, we want to end it. Why are we here? Technically, we are here for you. We are here because of our mission of the NAACP. That is to ensure the political, educational, social, and economic equality of rights of all persons, and to eliminate racism, hatred, and racial discrimination. We was chartered and found Jefferson Parish, chartered and found February 7, 1963. I never knew we had a charter here on the West Bank in Jefferson Parish. So how can you get involved? You can take a stand with us. Answer the call for civil rights. Join the oldest and boldest civil rights organization in the nation. Join NAACP West Jefferson Parish Branch today after hearing. And by all means, I'm open. Ask me anything you want. And if I don't have the answer right then and there, I will find it.
Thank you so much, y'all. I was listening, audience. If you want to get involved with a movement, the NAACP is the oldest civil rights organization. I think since 1909.
1909.
And I know what the A. Philip Ralph Institution, I don't know if they was at the same time. I know I didn't hear. They said they were the first one, but I do know the NAACP have been in the forefront for years, and they I know as a little boy, I mean, that at one time that was really the only organization that had name recognition, and that they sent people to wherever civil rights that was exist. They sent not only people there, community people, but they sent lawyers. And tell me this here, uh, do the NAACP, do your group, y'all have a lawyer? For, like,
We have a
people
legal
problems?
team. We have so many teams. We even have a prison team. We have a health team. We have a lot of teams, committees that deals with a cross section of our lives. And that's why it's so important that you join in and learn about the NAACP. To be honest with you, you are the NAACP. The communities are the NAACP if they are willing to join and to help make a difference, because nothing changes without you. You are the changer. You are the voice. And without you, we don't exist. So just take a moment and think about that. We have so many different committees. Go
And
ahead.
that is why it's so important to be a part of something. We oftentimes when we think of some things and when we realize all possibilities, and I always tell people that the Bible is a good blueprint for anything that you want to do, because the Bible clearly tells us where there is unity, there is strength. And I'm telling people that if you're a part of an organization, for instance, like the the NAACP, imagine most time, I'm assuming people come to you when they got a problem. They come with just for help. They come to you. But you can be in the forefront of your problem by being a part of the organization. And why that is important. If you part of an organization and your grandkid, your nephew getting problems, well, you can help by you just being a member of the organization. Quite naturally, you're gonna get immediately attention because you may be on the board of directors, you might be just a member, but you're gonna be heard. But why? When your grandkid or something, and all our kids gonna get any problem. I mean, if you got grandkids, nephew, somebody in the family got a problem, but you run to an organization when they get in trouble. And I know you probably get that a lot of times. People can you help me?
I do get it a lot. And that's how people join. But I want them to understand, don't join just because you have a problem. Join because you believe in a movement that's going to help you and protect you and to be a voice for you. You are part of that voice. Just don't join just to be journeying because you're in trouble, or one of your loved ones or one of your friends are in trouble, because it's one thing that you must understand. The NAACP do not handle criminal cases. However, we can sit in, we can monitor it, we can sit down and talk with the leading investigator, the sheriff, the DA. That helps. It helped so far in 3 different cases that I have been involved with this year. One starting with Joe McKnight. The second one starting with Ethan Allen. The third one starting with a gentleman now that we have taken on a case. It's criminal. It's criminal. But one of the things that the sheriff's office and law enforcement understand, and they have respect for the NAACP, they can no longer do what they used to do, if you get what I'm saying. So the presence of the NAACP says a lot. The involvement to a certain extent within the law says a lot. So that's why, yes, we need the NAACP, but we also need an NAACP who is not here for recognition, or for their own personal agenda. Somebody who's going to stand up and fight for you. Somebody who's not going to be afraid to voice their opinion, to call it as they see it. You should be tired of putting people in office to just turn their head to those things that is not right. I'm not about turning my head.
So we have in the house with us this morning president of the West Bank chapter, the president. She is in the studio this morning to answer any question that you may want to know about the NAACP, and also call her and let her know that you support her, encourage her, because it takes a lot for a person want to give themselves to help other people. So we're going to take our first break, and we'll be back, but you want to get in on this conversation, area code 504-341-8255. Give us a call. We also on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter.
Join in on Mondays from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. for Breaking the Silence with Dr. Patricia Fry. There are no limitations or boundaries. We talk about life, and guess what? That includes you. So download the app today, New Orleans Talk Network, and subscribe on YouTube. That's every Monday, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. New Orleans Talk Network, Breaking the Silence with Dr. Patricia Fry.
Happy Merry Mondays. It's your girl, Mary J. I want you to tune in with me to Real Talk with Mary J on New Orleans Talk Network every Monday morning at 10 a.m. Then follow me to blogtalkradio.com/Real Talk with Mary J at 10 p.m. It's going to be a Merry Monday every Monday at 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. You've just tuned in to New Orleans Talk Network.
Hi, this is Jill Samuels with Faith That Works. Join us every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time and 12 noon on New Orleans Talk Network as we change the lives of people with the Word of God by equipping the body of Christ to evangelize the world while reconciling people back to God. Let us continue to carry the water to the desert because Jesus is the living water.
Stop this hauling water to the sea.
Hello, this is Dr. Glenda E. Williams.
This is Charles Stewart.
Dr. Anthony Williams.
And I want to encourage you to join Church Without Walls every Monday morning from 11 a.m. to 12 noon.
And we want to encourage you to promote God's plan and not man's plan.
Don't you dare miss it.
Here at Jones Insurance, your full-service agency, let us take care of all your insurance needs. We provide homeowners insurance, flood, rental, commercial, auto, and life insurance. Don't let the unexpected tragedy destroy your family's future. Here at Jones Insurance, 7603 West Bank Expressway, Monroe, Louisiana, 772. Contact Lois at 504-348-1492.
We are back. You are listening to Church Without Walls on the New Orleans Talk Network.com. We on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. So join us every Monday morning as we come to share some good news to you. I'm Charles Stewart, and also Reverend Anthony Williams, and our special guest today is president of the NAACP. We're so happy to have Ms. Gaylor Spiller with us this morning. And before the break, she was telling us some of the great things that the NAACP does. And that when you said them two W, sometimes it's double A, sometimes you add a double to it. But anyway, we're so happy to have her with us today.
Thank you.
And also, we want to let you know that they have very different programs to help you. You're just not being a part of a club. It's not a social and pleasure club. They do things to help the community, and they do things to help mankind. And the organization is a national known organization. They have many chapters, but we have the president of the West Bank chapter. And also, she want to share with us some of the program that they have available when you're a member of the NAACP. Some of the things that they do that will help you and your family and your neighbor.
Exactly. Number one, we have a variety of committees, and it can also be programs. For example, we have the Afro Academic, Cultural, Technology, and Scientific Olympics. That is called the AXO. That's a program for college students, high school students, and we do give scholarships. So in addition to that, we have the Armed Service for veterans. We also have a Communication, Press, and Publicity Committee. We have a Community Coordination Committee. We have a Criminal Justice Committee. We have an Economic Development Committee. We have an Educational Committee, Finance, Freedom Fund, Health, Housing, Labor and Industry, a Legal Redress Team, Membership and Life Membership Team, Political Action Team, Prison Branch Team. We also have Religious Affairs. We have Youth Adult. We have Youth Works. We have Women in the NAACP, on and on. We have a variety of committees that we can say that touch every part or phase of our lives or our livelihood. These are things that is very important to us and to you, because when it comes down to it, you want to also remember that you have a variety of committees that you yourself can serve on, that you yourself can be a plus. The more involved you in, the stronger we are. The more, the louder you are heard, because it is very important that people who are interested in helping to make a change in their communities, because that's the only way it's going to work. And it's important that you know what's out here for you. So I encourage you to think about it, to become a member. Call me, 504-222-1213. Once again, 504-222-1213. Let me know that you are interested. I'm more than happy to bring you aboard and let you be part of this movement, because this is a movement that cannot be unheard. We have to move forward, and there is strength in numbers.
Ms. Spiller, what are your immediate need that you would like for someone to become a part of an organization? And I know all organizations, you need people for everything, but sometimes you have immediate need, and they got somebody out there that is qualified, somebody that may not even be working like right now. They might be a retired school teacher, a lawyer, a doctor, whatever you may be. I know you have a need for people like that who you need to come in and help you, your movement.
The most important need is looking at education, teachers, retired teachers, students, the youth, education, housing, crime. There's a lot of crime going on. Racism is very much on the rise. I need lawyers. I need paralegals to do the research, to help our people it's not just only black folks, it's a diverse, because we are about diversity. I am also looking for different races, people who have worked and retired in law enforcement, education, housing, health, everything that plagues our lives. I'm about to get into the communities, because here's why. Here's what I have had a chance to really just look at and study. Just hear me out here for a second. Number one, your membership is essential to our mission. It's very important. There's strength in numbers. Number two, I want you to show me a parish where persons of color are free to travel any road they wish without fear for their safety. Show me a parish where some police officers are free to travel in any neighborhood without fear for their safety. Show me a parish without Jim Crow-style legislation preventing individuals from protecting themselves from discrimination, harassment, and retaliation. Show me a parish where retaliation is not terrorism. Help show me a parish where persons of color are no more likely to be stopped, searched, and brutally beaten by racist police officers than their white counterparts. Help show me a parish where some police officers are not shot and killed. Show me a parish where freedom and justice are common to all. When our leaders testify before Congress, listen, policymakers listen, not just because we've been around over 100 plus years, but also because you as members have a voice that cannot be ignored. As we continually address our elected officials locally, state, and federal, your membership is magnified, because it is critical that the NAACP West Jefferson Parish Branch and our members effectively communicate our legislative priorities to our local national leadership. The NAACP's main goal is that you believe in equality.
We have a caller on line 1, Mr. Green. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, Ms. Green. Would speak up a little louder, please?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Good morning to everyone that is assembly there on the platform. But my question is, we have there's so much happening in the world today, and mainly it's a lot with the Black Lives That Matter, our African Americans being profiled, and it's just a lot. So what I say to you, my sister, is what can we do as a people to assure or get our voices heard? You know, I mean, a lot of people see all of this happening. They talk about it, but then they're not doing anything about it.
And that's why I come to you this morning and letting you know and trying to educate how you can get involved, because numbers speaks. You're right. You're right in what you're saying. There's so much going on in the 21st century, and if we don't come together and stop giving lip services like others are giving us, it's going to continue to be the same thing. So how do we get people involved? The only way I can say is continue to pray that God send them forward, and we continue to educate them and continue to do the things that we need to do. And eventually they're going to start coming. That's just my belief, Ms. Green, and you are absolutely correct.
Okay.
Also, caller, want to say that thank you for calling. Is, I said earlier, where there's unity, there's strength. And we as people, when we come together, things happen.
Yes.
And any movement that you've seen that happen, it's when the people come together. And no one really want to make the sacrifice. That's the problem. I mean,
that's apparently the problem, because we have the Ku Klux Klans that is unity. They have all other parties out there that show unity, and they make it known in social media. and also just public wise. And here we can't. A lot of people, like I say, they voice their opinions on Facebook, on Instagram about the injustices and things that they see, but then they're not putting forth an effort to come out and find out what the NAACP is about and try to participate or even offer their services, you know? So, you know, I mean, if you're not going to be a part of the solution, you're part of the problem. So, you know, I mean, if you're just going to talk about something and not try to take forth the action to try to make a change, then you're just as guilty.
Yes, you are.
You're just as guilty. So that's all of my question was for today. Thank you so very much. Keep up the good work, and may God be with you.
Okay, thank you for calling.
You're welcome.
To the caller, you know, like, it's so much that, you know, God put on my mind. I wish that I could, you know, articulate a lot of things in my mind. One thing that I had said yesterday, that it was so funny that during when God get everybody's attention, everybody come together. And we're going to talk about that after we have to take another break. And we're going to talk about how God get our attention, bring us together. So we're going to take another commercial break, but if you'd like to get in on this conversation, call us area code 504-341-8255. Charles Stewart and Reverend Dr. Anthony Williams, co-host, special guest, president of the NAACP. Mr. We'll be back.
Join in on Mondays from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. for Breaking the Silence with Dr. Patricia Fry. There are no limitations or boundaries. We talk about life, and guess what? That includes you. So download the app today, New Orleans Talk Network, and subscribe on YouTube. That's every Monday, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. New Orleans Talk Network, Breaking the Silence with Dr. Patricia Fry.
Happy Merry Mondays. It's your girl, Mary J. I want you to tune in with me to Real Talk with Mary J on New Orleans Talk Network every Monday morning at 10 a.m. Then follow me to blogtalkradio.com/Real Talk with Mary J at 10 p.m. It's going to be a Merry Monday every Monday at 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. You've just tuned into New Orleans Talk Network.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
There's soul food, and then there's food for the soul. At a time where we live to eat, the Praline Connection restaurant serves up recipes that reach back into days long gone. You know, the kind of meals your mama cooked up for Sunday dinner. Fried chicken with macaroni and cheese and candied yams, homemade meatloaf with garlic mashed potatoes and string beans, or Nolan's filet gumbo. That's the real soul you get only at the Praline Connection restaurant, located at the corner of Charters and Frenchman Street in the Marinade.
We are back. You are listening to Church Without Walls at the studio of the New Orleans Talk Network. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. I'm your host, Charles Stewart, and also Reverend Dr. Anthony Williams. Our special guest today is the president of the NAACP. We're so happy to have her with us. And as we were leaving, I was sharing with Dr. Williams in our studio, I guess today, is that Mrs. Green had called and she was talking about us coming together. And it just seemed to me, for whatever reason, you have to go back to the same thing, is that we as people, God can anoint us to be leaders, and we always wonder, speaking for myself, is when a leader gonna come, like I say, is that as you took the helm to be the president of the West Bank chapter, so it had to be something inside of you to make you want to do. Because trust me, I done been president of a couple of organizations, and it's hell being a leader, because when you a leader, sometimes you have to stand alone. I had been in meetings where I had several people that were supposed to attend the meeting with me, but when I got to the meeting, I found out I was standing alone. And but now, when it was a high-profile meeting, when you was having dinner with the past president of, I remember one time we went to Baton Rouge. I think Governor Foster was the governor. I asked the committee to go with me. We had a packed house.
No.
But when it come time to meet to discuss about David Duke and his people, I stood alone. I only got 2-3 to go with me.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is that a lot of times when God intervenes, he bring everybody together. And the reason why I say everybody together, because I know a lot of us seen television, we've seen pictures on television, and we seen rebel flag, Nazi flag on the back of boat, but yet and still inside those boats, they were arresting young little black kids. To me, only God can do stuff like that. You know, for to see those Nazi boats, you seen rebel flag, all kind of boats there, but they, God said, go take care of my people. And so what I'm saying to our listening audience, to everyone, is that when God intervenes, that's the only way that we come together, and God do anoint certain people the same way God anoint Michael Jordan in basketball. Some older people will amaze he anoint him, and God anoint community leaders also. So, Madam Bill, I'm hoping that God anoint you to put the West Bank chapter, bring them together, and let them do the thing that's necessary to help our community.
Exactly, Mr. Stewart. I didn't take on this position just to take it on. God is in the forefront of everything I do. I pray about it. I ask the Lord to show me and let me know it's Him. This is not about me. Honestly, it is not about me. It is about the future of our children. I have yet to see anybody stand up and do what I have done thus so far. I mean, there is a lot of people talking, but God is in the forefront of this. And I just feel like also that He knows who He put here, and He will be the one to take me out. But I'm here to do a job that God had planned for me to do, and I'm going to do it. And there are times that I am standing alone, and sometimes I get weary. And when I do get weary, I go into prayer deeper, because I am a praying woman. I trust and believe in God, and I know it is Him who got me here. So it is rough, and it is tough. A lot of people don't show up, especially when I'm out there on news doing a press release. You can count the people on hand. You can count the people on Facebook. You can talk about so much, but yet and still you don't become part of the solution. And it's going to take everybody to do it. And right now, I honestly believe that the leaders here in Jefferson Parish do not want the NAACP here, because they cannot control who is now the newly elected president, and I'm talking about myself.
Well, you can't get you get to a point where you start talking about controlling the president. You really don't want to control him. What you want to do is find a way to try and work with him or get him to work with you. He is the president. He is the highest power right now. But we have to put forth some effort to try and get people to work with us. And sometimes I find that that is one of the things that we don't do. Let's try and get people to work with us. And to give you a good example, I ran a community center. And when I was sent over to that particular center, I was told, fire anybody who don't want to work with you. Get rid of them, we'll get you some more people. But I told my director, we don't need to fire what we have. What we need to do is get what you have to work along with the program. And that was my position that I took when I went to the center. And in doing that, the people that were already there were educated in the field that they needed to be educated in. And when you get people in the field to work along with you already, then you can get things working. And, as an advocate for NAACP and other organizations that are working within the parish, we have to try and find a way to get people to work along with us. Once we find people who want to work with us, find those people who are interested in what you're doing. Find those people who have ideas that they can share with you about what you're doing. And surround yourself with the people that want to work with you. Don't worry about the critics. Your critics going to always be there. But finding people who can work with you, people who understand what your goal is, or what you're trying to do. Work with those people in the community, in the parish, and whatnot. You look at your churches. You got, just in one organization, you got over 37 churches. Make your way around to those churches. Talk to some of those pastors. Get those pastors to work with you. Get those pastors to advocate what you're trying to do, and that will show the unity that you're getting in. Because right now, the churches, we're living in a church generation, and we can bring the church together. That's a multiplex of people. If we can get them to come together and work along with us, get the churches together, get the churches to come along and work with us, get the program in the churches, where we talk about a church without walls. So right now, what we need to do is get inside those walls and talk to some of those people, let them know. And just the news media and the social, some of people only look at what they want to look at. And right now, people are more focused upon, if you talk about basketball, everybody's looking at basketball. Mm-hmm. Everybody's looking at football right now. Okay, we need to find a way to tap into those resources. Mm-hmm. There are football players that will actually, and I know this because we went to the Saints camp, and we got some of the Saints players to work along with us in the community, and they would come out to the centers. Mm-hmm. and work with us to try and get people involved in certain things. Mm-hmm. So you've got to get some people who are in the limelight to share that light with you, so that their ideas can be engrafted into. We're one people. We all got different ideas, but we got to get those ideas across the people to work along with us. And once we accomplish that, then you're going to see that your goal is just going to become a light for people.
Mm-hmm. And exactly, and I thank you. And this is what I'm looking at. Mm-hmm. I have visited several churches. Mm-hmm. I have visited with the president of the parish president, Mike Guinea. Mm-hmm. I met him. I met the sheriff before he went out. I met the chief of police in Gretna. I've met the U.S. Representative Lyons. I've also met our district councilman, Mark Spears. Mm-hmm. So there are several people that I have met personally and sat down and shared. Even John Alario. There are several people that I have met and talked to. And you're absolutely correct. I could not agree with you more, because there are people out there with great ideas. And some of the things that you name is what I'm looking for, but I certainly can't do it all by myself. It's going to take everybody to do it. And I hope that you are listening and that you will come aboard and be part of the process to make this light shine upon everybody.
I think we have to take our last break at this time. So we're going into our last break. Area code 504-341-8255. If you want to get in the last 15 minutes, give us a call. Charles Stewart and William, and President of the NAACP, is our special guest today. We'll be right back.
What is New Orleans Talk Network? It's today's hottest topics with an added flair. You get ready, because the conversation will be hot, and better yet, mobile. Download the New Orleans Talk Network app, available on Android, iPhone, iPad, and you can listen to us on the web at www.neworleanstalknetwork.com. Write down our talk line at 504-341-TALK. That's 504-341-8255. Interactive and worldwide. That's what we are. Join in on the real conversation and tell a friend about the New Orleans Talk Network.
Join in on Mondays from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. for Breaking the Silence with Dr. Patricia Fry. There are no limitations or boundaries. We talk about life, and guess what? That includes you. So download the app today, New Orleans Talk Network, and subscribe on YouTube. That's every Monday, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. New Orleans Talk Network, Breaking the Silence with Dr. Patricia Fry.
Happy Merry Mondays. It's your girl, Mary J. I want you to tune in with me to Real Talk with Mary J on New Orleans Talk Network every Monday morning at 10 a.m. Then follow me to blogtalkradio.com/Real Talk with Mary J at 10 p.m. It's going to be a Merry Monday every Monday at 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. You've just tuned in to New Orleans Talk Network.
Are you looking for a home to live stream your next event? Give us a call here at Bethesda Community Event Center, the only place on the Gulf Coast that can host and broadcast live your wedding reception, your baby shower, business seminar, and any other special event. Give us a call at 504-708-9454 for more details.
You're listening to Church Without Walls on the New Orleans Talk Network. Charles Stewart and Dr. Anthony Williams is your host. Special guest here is Gaylor A, President of the NAACP. We're so happy to have her with us. And as we were saying earlier, that Dr. Williams was asked and also telling her about some of the things that she needs to do to help her in her mission. And also I want to add to that if you believe in what you're doing and God anoint you, He going to send you what you need. God never put nobody out on a mission. And I know Reverend Williams can articulate some of the most important people in the Bible that went out on the mission. And God sent them what they needed in a needed time. So I'm saying to you, madam, that if you put God first, God gonna equip you with what you need. If you need a lawyer, He gonna send you a lawyer. You need a doctor. You gonna get that, but you got to believe it now. It's not easy. Trust me when I tell you, I done been there. And to share with our listening audience, years ago with the Coalition for Leadership Development, I was out there by myself with me and just my son. But God sent me some of the best Jefferson Parish had to offer. He sent me 2 councilmen, school board members, some of the leading pastors he sent to work with me. They came to aid me at a needed time. And we'll be talking somewhere in the future about that experience that I had. But I'm saying to you, is what God put on your heart to do. Don't let nobody tell you it can't happen. God just want to know, are you willing to do it? He's going to equip you, don't care how bad it may seem to you. It's going to be rough. You're going to feel like you're all alone, but He's saying, I got your back. Just do what I need you to do. If you follow that instruction, NAACP they're gonna be all right here on the West Bank. I don't know why I keep on putting that W there.
That's all right.
Well, that W means women, so I just see that in there. But anyway, Dr. William, I know that you know what the right encouragement word that she needs.
The thing that you want to do is wake up and live before you lay down and die. And what am I saying to you when I say that? A lot of people are just living. They're not trying to incorporate themselves into no organization to try and make things better. And how can we make things better for our people if we don't put forth the effort to train individuals? Within the NAACP, I did some research and I found out that they have youth organizations. And the youth organization, we talk about the church of tomorrow. Let's stop focusing on the church of tomorrow and focus on the church of today. And if we're going to focus on the church of tomorrow, focus on getting individual trained to become a part of what we need. And, you find that the associations are branching out. And they're trying to incorporate people into the organization that's of a minority group. And the minority is not just black folks. When we talk about the minority, those are people who are reaching out to help, people that want to see a difference. And as Dr. Stewart told you earlier, that you saw some people who were of the swastika out there with the rebel flag on their boat, trying to save people. See, when God gets your attention, He get the attention of everybody. He got the attention of Donald Trump. Donald Trump made a statement out there. He said, he was out there trying to help people. It doesn't matter how much power you have. When that power is under the anointing of God, it'll be fruitful. And I can go back into the Bible and let you see that Uzziah was a king who had authority to do much within the system. But when that power gets to your head, God looks at it and says, I didn't give you authority to do this. I gave you authority to work with. And that authority, you're abusing it. Uzziah got to a point where he didn't just want to be king, he wanted to be priest and king. And God says, you're stepping out of the authority and the anointing that I give you. So since you want to do that, then you're going against me. I'll let you have leprosy. And if you're going to rule, I will let you to rule from an outer house. And I'll let your king, your son, be co-ruler. But you will not have that authority. And so we're focusing on people right now. We want to bring the walls down. Jesus went into Samaria to bring the walls down. He said he wouldn't send the disciples in there to go and minister to people. He said, no. He says, I've got certain people that I have trained to do certain things. Paul, you're being trained to go to the Gentiles. Paul, you were Saul. Now you're Paul. And now you're going to go to the Gentiles and graft the Gentiles in. So what we have to do right now is that we have to reach out to leaders and become a unit of togetherness. When the unit is together, then the body will follow. So we're looking for people who will have the intentions of becoming a unit and showing us how we can better do the job that we are not doing now. So,
yeah, Dr. William, time that done gone. And I was, guess, would you like to tell the people, give them the telephone number they'd like to become a member?
For all those who are interested in becoming a member, area code 504-222-1213. Give me a call anytime, 7/24, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Anytime you can call me. I look forward in hearing from you. You need to be part of this process, and I'm asking for those who are interested to roll up their sleeves and let's get busy. It's a lot of work to be done. Thank you, and have a blessed week.
That's our time, listen, audience. We always tell you we love you, we love you, we love you, we love you. On behalf of Dr. Anthony Williams and myself and our very special guest today, we love you. Ain't nothing they say you can do about it. So we always end the show by saying there's no such thing as being half dead. If you're dead, you're dead. Love y'all. Have a blessed week.